What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games. In today's video, I'm bringing you the updated best builds to defeat the upcoming Terra Normal 7-star Dragonite for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. In this raid guide, we're going to go over what we think the moves will be. We'll go over the best attackers and supporters as well. And of course, guys, if you like my type of content, enjoy these videos, please leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. Consider supporting the channel by joining the Pan Fam by hitting the join channel member button below. So Dragonite is an absolute beast of a Pokemon. Look at those stats over there. I mean, it has an insane physical attack at 134, amazing defenses across the board, and it has a good special attacking stat too at 100. Its slowest stat is its speed, but it probably doesn't matter because this is a Terra Normal Dragonite, and it will definitely be having extreme speed. That's the whole point of having a Terra Normal Dragonite. Now, the ability for this Dragonite is probably going to be Inner Focus and not Multiscale because the Dondozo raid that happened before did not have his hidden ability. So I think for the Dragonite, it's also not going to have his hidden ability. And Inner Focus is terrifying because, one, this Pokemon now cannot be intimidated. So solo is going to be a lot harder because Intimidate partners are going to be a lot more useless. So that's very depressing when it has base 134 attack. Now, looking at the 5-star and 6-star raids of Dragonite, we can pretty much guess its moveset. Very similar how Dondozo worked. It had a very similar moveset as its 6-star counterpart. So Dragonite will definitely be carrying extreme speed. Will definitely have some sort of dragon-type stab move, so either Dragon Claw or Dragon Rush. Then either some sort of flying-type stab move of Wing Attack and Aerial Ace. And then some of the Dragonites were carrying Aqua Tail, and then a new move that none of the Dragonites are carrying before, but the Dondozo did carry that would actually really help out this Dragonite, would be something like Earthquake to take out the bulky Steel types, because Steel walls Normal, Dragon, and Flying. Now, it also has setup moves like Dragon Dance and Rain Dance, and this is definitely where things get really scary. Now, if it does have Rain Dance, assume it's going to have Hurricane and Thunder as a nice combination to really hit on some of its weaknesses. And of course, I could always spam that Draco Meteor from Orbit. Now, for the best builds out there, I'm going to call this first section the Body Press Pokemon. Body Pressers are absolutely phenomenal. And I think Archodon might be the best of the Body Pressers, but if you don't like Archodon, I have a couple other options. So Archodon, Hisuian Goodra, Registeel, and Corviknight are the 4 Body Press Pokemon I recommend. I originally had a Zamazenta here. I removed them because he just does not have good recovery. Now, I recommend Terra Stellar on all 4 of these Pokemon and having the item Shell Bell. Why do I like Archolon the most, though? Because Dragon Steel is just great typing in general. Steel, you get that resist to normal and flying. And yeah, you're a part dragon, so dragon's not resisted anymore, but you do resist water because of that dragon typing. Now, why I like with Archodon is because Stamina is your ability. Whenever you get hit by any attack, your defense stat goes up. And the whole point of a Body Press Pokemon is maxing out your defensive stat and then hitting Body Press and doing that super effective damage. Because remember, it is a Terra Normal Dragonite. Normal is weak to fighting. Now, we're building max HP, max defense with a bold nature. And the goal of this Archodon is very simple. Iron defense up, and assuming you get attack on turn 1 and turn 2, you'll be at +6 by the start of turn 3 because Dragonite hit you on turn 1, turn 2, stamina procced. And to build up that Terra charge, if you're trying to get that Terra Stellar off, because you want to keep your typing in general, and fighting is weak to flying, so you don't want to be a fighting type, you can use Snarl to lower that special attack, goes through shields as well, and it'll give you that additional boost, or you can just go for that Body Press. You also have Focus Energy as a final move here. Focus Energy gives you a 50% chance of critical hit, which could be really helpful. If you get one of those. Now, same thing with Hisuian Goodra. Fun fact: you can get Hisuian Goodra in game during this event. Hisuian Sliggoo will be an outbreak, so you can do virtually the exact same thing as Archodon here too. And the beauty of this is you have a lot more special defense on Hisuian Goodra. So if the Dragonite has a lot more special attacking moves like Hurricanes and Thunders, then Hisuian Goodra will have a niche over here. We also have the ability Shell Armor, so you won't get hit by critical hits, which is very nice. But once again, max HP, max defense, bold nature. Shelter is just iron defense, so we're going to be doing that. And you also have Chilling Water as an option too. So to build up your Terra charge and lower that physical attack of the Dragonite, you can hit 3 Chilling Waters, hit that Terra Stellar, Body Press, and just win. You also have Life Dew for good recovery for you and your allies too. Registeel pretty much works the exact same way. Max HP, max defense, bold nature. You also have Amnesia, so you might not have the best special defensive stat, but Your stats are amazing in general. I mean, 336 is the same as virtually Gudra and a lot higher than the Arceus here. And your defense stat 438 is so much higher, making you the most damaging body press Pokemon out there. And the thing is, we have Amnesia, so that's cool. You can actually raise your special defense if you need to, but mostly you're going to turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, Iron Defense, and body press your way through. You also have Terra Blast, and because you're Terra Stellar Terra Blast, it is going to be doing essentially super effective damage, and it's going to lower the physical attack and the special defense of that Dragonite. Lastly, we have Corviknight here. Pretend this is Terra Stellar because that's what it should be, and with the Shell Bell. Now, the cool thing about this typing is with the Flying Steel is, once again, you do have the triple resist to the normal, flying, and to the dragon. And if it does have Earthquake, then you're immune to that too. So Corviknight could be the secret best. The downside of Corviknight is you have the worst stats out of the 4 Pokemon here. Your defense is 339, which, I mean, it's better than Gudra, but your special defense is 206, which is, a little bit better than Arceus, but your defense stat is what is going to be making you do the most damage here. So max HP, max defense, bold nature, mirror armor, not necessary, but is helpful in general. And we're going to be running the body press Iron Defense taunt move set here. So once again, you want to hit those 3 Iron Defenses and spam body press. You can use taunt in the beginning to prevent any dragon dances from going up. And you also have light screen to make it so those special attacking moves don't hit you as hard. Now, if the Dragonite has Thunder, then Corviknight is cooked. Now, for special attackers, I think Magearna and Arceus are the 2 best special attackers. Personally, I think Magearna is the queen here. Terra Stellar on both of these guys with the Shell Bell on both of them. And for Magearna, max HP, max special attack with a modest nature. Same thing for the Arceus. And for Magearna, we're running the setup with Iron Defense and Calm Mind, which is going to be really helpful to build up our stats and our attacking stats. And our big thing about Magearna is your ability is Soul Heart. Now, Soul Heart, whenever one of your allies faint, you do get a special attack boost. Amazing in solos when your allies are fainting left and right, and it doesn't hurt the timer. So you will be setting up your special attack just by playing the game. So your goal is to actually focus up on setting up Iron Defenses, get 3 of these up, and your special attack will just naturally be going up throughout the raid. If you need to get some HP back and build some Terra Charge, you can use Draining Kiss to get a little bit more HP back with that Shell Bell. And then once you are ready to pop off and hit that Terra Stellar, we want to spam that Aura Sphere. It's going to do super effective damage, and it's going to be Terra boosted. So you're going to be doing a lot of damage, and you don't have to worry about it setting up as much. These will be our standard raid Arceus build, where we go Iron Defense, Judgment, Acid Spray, and Recover. When you get that Terra Stellar off, the Judgment will be popping off and doing massive amount of damage, which is going to be great. And of course, max HP, max special attack, modest nature. But overall, I think Magearna is the better choice between this. We do have some physical attackers, but I'm going to say this. I don't recommend Iron Hands anymore for the solo. I just don't think it's going to be able to hold up in the late game of the raid. Potentially, you could if you get some crits going on, but I don't think it's going to be that reliable. But I do recommend it for my one-hit KO video if you check that on the channel. But I think Mimikyu might actually have a good niche here because Ghost and Fairy, the Terra Stellar, I mean, with Ghost, you're immune to normal, and you're going to be immune to Dragon with that Fairy typing. So that's really good, and we can have the item Metronome with the max HP, max attack, Adamant Nature, and you have a Disguise as your ability. So you can actually take that first hit of the fight really easily, so you can use that turn to set up. And you could even just turn 1, drop a Will-O-Wisp on the Dragonite, and just negate any of its physical damage for the most part. Or you can use the taunt as well to stop the setup. But the whole point of this is going to be, you're going to be setting up bulk ups and get that attack and defense boost up. And then you're going to spam Drain Punch to do a lot of damage. I mean, with the Terra Stellar, so Terra boosted, and then it'll be super effective. This is going to do a lot of damage for sure. The only issue with the Mimikyu, I'd say, is once your stats get wiped, it could be a big problem for you to come back in the raid. Now for supporters, and the new supporter I'm adding in this section is Malamar. Now, the only thing that you really need from Malamar in all reality is to make sure you have the ability Contrary and you have the move Skill Swap. So you're going to Skill Swap Contrary onto the Dragonite, and this means whenever it uses Dragon Dance, its attack and speed are going to go down by 1. And it's going to keep that ability for the entire raid. And then from there, you can just play Supporter with a Light Screen and Reflect just to boost your team, and then you can just do a little bit of chip damage with that Night Slash. Honestly, this is a very niche, supporting mon. It's a great mon, but it doesn't have good stats. It's not going to provide a lot of damage, and it's not really going to do anything else besides the skill swap. So keep that in mind when you're building a Malamar, that it's really just to make it so the Dragonite is neutered, but outside of that, you're not going to be doing much at all. Now, I do love the Galarian Weezing here with the Covert Cloak. I have Terra Fairy, but you don't need to necessarily Terra on it. I have max HP, max defense with Bold Nature. Misty Surge will reduce the damage of Dragon-type moves by 50% for everyone on the field. I also prevent it from any Pokemon getting status damage. So, you know, if there is like Hurricane Confusion or there is like Thunder Paralyze, Misty Surge will protect us from that, which is pretty nice. What I really do love about this is you can have Acid Spray to lower that special defense and help your special attackers like Magearna, which would be really great. Clear Smog to remove the stats, goes through shields. Now, if you are running Will-O-Wisp, you cannot have Misty Surge. You can put another ability on here, but just keep that in mind. But when the Misty Surge is gone, you could go for Will-O-Wisp and burn it. And you also have Strange Steam, which could potentially confuse the target too. So pretty decent Pokemon overall. However, I really do love Muck with the wide lens. Max HP, max defense with a Bold Nature. The reason why I like Muck over Alolan Muck in this case is because you have the move Lunge that cannot be learned by Alolan Muck, and Alolan Muck will not, like, he's a good Pokemon, but Lunge allows you with regular Muck to lower the target's attack and go through shields, so that's really good. You also have Mud Slap support, which will go through shields, lower accuracy. Acid Spray, lower special defense, go through shields. And to help physical attackers, you can also have Screech support. So I do think Muck is actually completely goated on this. We just have Umbreon. You can have Umbreon with the Zoom Lens. You can have Wide Lens. You can have Light Clay. Umbreon is the Pokemon that gets every support move. Max HP, max defense, Bold Nature. And like I said, every support move in general. You have Screech, you have Fake Tears. You have Reflect, you have Light Screen. You can Helping Hand. Foul Play is actually pretty good in this, knowing that the Dragonite will have a pretty high physical attacking stat. There's just so much that you can do with Umbreon. So whatever you feel is necessary for your team support, Umbreon will be able to cover it. And I also like Clodsire with the Covert Cloak here. Max HP, max defense, Bold Nature. I like Water Absorb because if it does have Aqua Tail, you'll be able to take that. And because you are a ground type, you're going to be immune to Thunder if it does have that. And you have Chilling Water support, go through shields, lower that physical attack. Acid Spray support, go through shields, lower that special defense. Mud Slap goes through shields, lower that accuracy. And then Helping Hand to help your team's damage for that turn. And the last supporter is Alcremie with the Covert Cloak. Max HP, max defense with a Bold Nature. Decorate to boost your attacker's physical attack and special attack by 2, which is really helpful. You also have Helping Hand. You can use Charm in the beginning to lower that physical attack. You can also put Light Screen on here. If you don't want to have Charm, you can have Light Screen instead. And then for HP sustain and getting yourself a little bit of damage output, you have Draining Kiss. So those are all the builds I recommend for this raid. There is a lot of good options, but I do really think that the Body Pressers are going to be the way to go for the solo and probably Magearna. And then for the online supporters, don't sleep on Muck. I think Muck will be incredibly awesome. But of course, guys, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate it. Catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.